2 weeks before the NHL trade deadline slams shut, the Pittsburgh Penguins have acquired Jason Zucker from the Minnesota Wild. Here's a reaction and grade for both teams. The details of the trade are: to Minnesota goes Alex Galchenyuk, Calen Addison, and a 2020 conditional first-round pick. The condition on that pick is if the Pittsburgh Penguins don't make the playoffs, it becomes a first-round pick in 2021. To Pittsburgh Penguins goes Jason Zucker and the 3 years left on his contract. The reaction for Pittsburgh is quite simple. They got the guy they were looking for. They were trying to get him back in the summer. The only reason they didn't is because Phil Kessel said, "I'd rather go to the Arizona Coyotes, thank you very much." Either way, he's gone, and they pick up Jason Zucker finally. They had to send Alex Galchenyuk, a first-round pick, and Calen Addison to do so, but they got a guy to step in and fill Jake Gensel's role. Remember, Jake Gensel is gone for 4 to 6 months. He's not coming back anytime soon, and they need someone to help them put pucks in the net. They're still a great team. They just added another top 6 winger to play with Sidney Crosby or Evgeny Malkin. Either or of those centers is fine. He's going to come in and put pucks in the net. More importantly, he's going to be able to do so in the playoffs. That's huge for them. And he's affordable. At $5.5 million, he's a little bit more expensive than Alex Galchenyuk, but by only $600,000. That's not a lot when you consider we're going to go get a Stanley Cup, hopefully, thank you very much. For the Minnesota Wild, this is a huge win. Bill Guerin needed to knock this one out of the park, and he did that. It's not that Jason Zucker wasn't happy. I'm sure he would have liked to have stayed in Minnesota and see it rebuild. But in terms of assets that he has to move, Jason Zucker was one of them. He got a player that he can use in Alex Galchenyuk. It's been a while since he scored 50 or more points, but maybe on a team that's desperate for top 6 talent and can put him in the top 6, maybe he makes good on that. Maybe not, but he's a UFA after this, so you let him walk if not. And then they get Calen Addison, who is the Pittsburgh Penguins' top prospect in their entire system. He's a right-handed shot defenseman who puts up points. He's a bit small, and he's not great defensively, but neither is Erik Karlsson. Neither is a lot of these guys who move the puck going forward. If you can get a top-pair puck-moving defenseman, you take it, and they did that. And they get a first-round pick either this year or next year, depending on if Pittsburgh somehow loses or doesn't make it the playoffs, which isn't likely to happen based off what they just added and how good they are, considering all of their injury concerns. So in terms of grades, for the Pittsburgh Penguins, I actually give this a B. This gives them everything that they've been looking for. It's controllable in terms of they've got cap hit and they've got term. Like he being Jason Zucker, is on term for another 3 years. Think about that. 3 more years he has term with them. He's good to go for a while and he's not going anywhere. So not only do they have a chance to go for it this year, but they've given themselves a chance to go for it next year and the year after that and the year after that. God, I hate Pittsburgh. For the Minnesota Wild, I give them an A. Again, Bill Guerin knocked this one out of the park. This was the first trade he made since taking over, and he got everything he wanted. Sure, he's dealing with his old team, but he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it. He got a first, he got a puck-moving defenseman going forward, and he got a guy that, is maybe a dime in the rough, maybe not, taking a shot. It's an educated guess, and it's a good guess and a good gamble to take from Bill Guerin. So a B to the Pittsburgh Penguins, and an A to the Minnesota Wild. If you like the videos so far, hit the subscribe button and keep following along. Both teams. To Minnesota goes... God, I had it. Going too quick.